Hey everyone, so you are thinking of possibly moving to Colorado, maybe Colorado Springs, and maybe you are wanting a place a little bit more in the mountains. Today we're going to show you Woodland Park, what that looks like to drive to Woodland Park from Colorado Springs, and also divide in Florissant and some of those areas and those mountain homes. So stay tuned, we're going to talk to you and walk you through all about living in Woodland Park here in Colorado. Hey everyone, so it's Laurie and Kalene here from your Colorado's Finest here in Colorado, and we're pushing on a ton of new content this year, all about moving to Colorado Springs and Colorado. Our state is beautiful, so make sure you hit that subscribe button or that bell as we go over a ton of new information, all about moving to Colorado Springs and Colorado. We love what we do. We are showing homes all the time. Today I'm showing a home up here in Woodland Park, and that's part of our video today, and Kalene is at an inspection for another home or another client that's moving here from California. So we help people move from all over the country to our beautiful state, Colorado Springs and Colorado. So reach out anytime. We love what we do, but we love making Colorado your home even more. 719-639-3393. Today I am showing homes up here in Woodland Park, Florissant, and Divide. And so just bringing you onto my dash cam, we did take some footage with our GoPro to kind of show you what the path looks like. So Woodland Park, if you're looking on a map, definitely more of a little small mountain town than Colorado Springs as far as the city goes. There is a Walmart. That was a huge issue about 15 years ago when they added that, maybe 10, I don't remember. But anyways, own school district up here. So if you're looking at a map, it's on, you go through a pass, you go through Green Mountain Falls, but it's on the other side of Pikes Peak. So if I would flip my camera around, you would see Pikes Peak behind us. And then, so we're up here at higher elevation. So Woodland Park probably is about 50 minutes through to Colorado Springs. And then Florissant's another probably 10 minutes past Woodland Park, and then Divide another 10 minutes past that. If you go south, you run into Cripple Creek. So not a ski town per se, but you know, we have sold homes up here for clients. I would say average price point is probably $500-600 up here. You can find some homes in the 400s, but we'll need some work. A lot of the homes up here will be on septic, sewer, some of that kind of, unless there are some neighborhoods in here as well that will be on city, but a lot of the homes, if you have any bit of land, will kind of run into some of those. So I'm just pulling through Woodland Park, and I'll just kind of show you what that looks like. They have a cute little downtown, some cute little restaurants, but it really is about one street. There's a random like dinosaur museum as well up here. Some people come up here for that. But you know, mainly hiking up here. You can take this route to Breckenridge, so probably about an hour and a half to Breckenridge still from here for skiing. If you continue going straight on this Highway 24. So you'll see we're just going to kind of pull through Woodland Park, and then we're going to show you some homes up here in Florissant. We have a client looking for, you know, some home with some acreage, an outbuilding, and so we're going to look at that. We actually just sold a client a home up here in a little bit past Woodland Park, closer to Florissant, about 3 acres. Home was about $680. Definitely needed a little bit of renovation, but beautiful view of the mountains from this area. But so not like, so it is a little mountain town, so you can see we're kind of pulling in, and you'll see just a little street. So much smaller city, or I don't know, yeah. And then more snow, colder up here for sure, probably about 10 degrees, 15 degrees colder on average, more snow. But just, they have a little, you know, little Sonics, they'll have a Starbucks up here, little shops like I noted, but that's about it. Walmart and these little areas, so a much smaller area if you want. Some people live up here and drive down the pass. The pass is not like other passes in Colorado. It's not, sometimes the passes can get a little bit scary with you look over the side of the road and it's just a big drop off. But you know, probably can get a little crazy if there's snow. You lose reception, but compared to other passes in Colorado, the pass from Woodland Park down into Colorado Springs is probably pretty mild compared to other passes when you're going through the mountains. So some people do make that trip. Not quite sure what that car is doing next to me. But it's you have to be prepared to make that trip every day. So actually the home I was talking about, the client that we just sold to, they make the trip down every day. He works at a hospital and she works in corporate, and they both drive down every day. So just kind of what your own, you know, if you're used to like an hour-long commute, maybe not that big a deal. Here's that donut mill. People come up here for those donuts, kind of well known in the area. But then this is it. So when I get past this, basically, you know, that's Woodland Park. Obviously, if I go to the right or left, that's where you get into some of the neighborhoods. But I'm going to show you a couple of the homes with some more land. But if you want like a new build, there's some new builds in certain areas that are going up that I see. A lot of them will be existing homes, so you get a little bit of both. But if you want, you know, a home with some, you know, good decent square footage, new build home, you know, newer feel, you're probably looking at least 700, if not into the 800s, especially if you want acreage. If you don't mind just having like a half acre with like in a neighborhood feel, maybe 700, 800. But if you want acreage, you're talking, you know, 900s plus at least. So anyways, I will bring you back on. You can see here Divide is about 7 miles out of here. So I have about 15 minutes until the home, but you can see up here, you get to the next mountain range. And that's kind of what it looks like. So just a gorgeous area. It's fall here right now. You can see the aspens are starting to turn. I think we're just a little bit past peak, but a little bit of snow starting to be on the mountains. High right now is only 32 degrees outside. So just a cooler morning here in Woodland Park and Divide. So I'll bring you on in a little bit. So here's the next little town of Divide. I might have said that backwards earlier. I don't know. I need coffee this morning, but this is Divide. It's pretty big. This is Divide. Basically, it's a little stoplight, but there is, you know, there's a cute little restaurant over here. There's a barbecue place, and then as you drive back past this, you'll get into like the Colorado Mountain Estates. There's little cabins, cute little homes back there. So I'm just going to turn here, but I just wanted to bring you on. I'll bring you back in. I'm about 15 minutes still from the home out here a little bit south of Divide, with some acreage. So I just want to show you that the big town of Divide. So that was it. So we just showed a home to our client, and it is about 9 acres. It was $785,000. It's been on the market for 50 some days. So a lot of times the homes in this area will sit on the market way longer than they would, say, in Colorado Springs, where the average is probably about 6 days. But 9 acres, 4-bedroom, kind of more of a log cabin feel. I'll try to show you a picture or two of the home, but this is why, you know, it's a little bit colder up here, like I noted earlier, but this is why people love this area, is for just the space that you get and these views. All right, so this is 565. It's a 5-bedroom home here. And so I'm just kind of showing you the property. Probably about an hour and 20 minutes from Colorado Springs. But you do get some acreage here. You can see you have a neighbor across the street. It's about 2 miles on a dirt road to get up here. It does come with some acreage. However, as you can see, you know, not a ton of usable space because you are up here on a hillside. Gorgeous property though. You can see the mountains on this side as well. So if you want a little bit more privacy, this is kind of a good option out here, probably about 10 minutes outside of Divide. So this is inside the home for $585. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 bath. It's on 2.7 acres up here right outside of Divide, about 10 minutes. I just showed you the outside, but this is kind of what you get in the inside. A little bit more of a mountain home feel with, you know, some of this wood features, the doors. Obviously there's that nice little pine, and so you get that fireplace, and so definitely your classic Colorado mountain home feel to it as you walk in. So living in Colorado, this is why you live in Colorado, to have your morning coffee or your afternoon wine sitting on your patio, having this as your view. So it doesn't get too much better.